Good evening and welcome to the Channel studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The president of the International Committee of the Red Cross says Gaza has become worse than hell on earth. It comes as aid distribution centres in Gaza are closed as Israel's military warns roads leading to the sites will be considered combat zones. At least 27 Palestinians were killed by Israeli fire close to an aid point on Tuesday. That's according to Hamas-backed local officials. The third deadly incident this week near a site run by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. The IDF said its troops fired shots after identifying what it described as suspects who moved towards them, deviating from the designated access routes.
I've been to Gaza myself 4 times since October 7th, and then Israel actually denied me entry earlier this year with no reason given. And when you speak to Inada's team members, when you speak to anyone actually on the ground in Gaza, for them, it's eclipsed hell on earth. This is an entirely new realm of such complete and utter, deliberately caused human suffering that it's extraordinarily difficult, even for those who are living through it, to actually wrap their minds around it and understand how it is that even they themselves are getting through every single day.
US President Donald Trump has signed an order doubling tariffs on steel and aluminium imports from 25% to 50%. The move hikes import taxes on the metals, which are used in everything from cars to canned food, for the second time since March. Mr. Trump has said the measures, which came into effect today, are intended to secure the future of the American steel industry. Elon Musk has hit out at President Trump's signature tax and spending bill, describing it as a disgusting abomination. On his platform X, he said, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it." The budget, which includes multi-trillion-dollar tax breaks and more defense spending, while also allowing the US government to borrow more money, was passed by the House of Representatives last month. Searches for Madeleine Mccann have resumed in Portugal 18 years after she disappeared from an apartment complex in Praia de Luz in the Algarve. Portuguese and German authorities are expected to continue to focus the search on disused buildings and wells. Madeleine was 3 when she vanished while on holiday with her parents on the 3rd of May 2007, sparking a Europe-wide police investigation that has become one of the highest-profile missing person cases. The German city of Cologne is evacuating some 20,500 people from a large area in the city centre, so experts can defuse 3 unexploded bombs from World War II. The American bombs were discovered on Monday in a shipyard in the Deutz neighbourhood. Unexploded bombs can still pose a danger, and the city has been sealed off within a 1,000-metre zone radius in what is described as the largest operation since the end of World War II. Homes, shops, hotels and schools have been forced to evacuate, as well as large hospitals and a major train station. A top official in one of South Africa's biggest political parties has been sacked after he visited a controversial Malawian pastor in April. Floyd Shivambu has been removed as Secretary-General of the party barely 6 months into the job after he attended an Easter service at self-proclaimed pastor Shebard Bushiri's church. Mr. Bushiri from Malawi was one of South Africa's best-known preachers when he was arrested and charged with fraud in South Africa in 2020. And meet Mogoli, who walks the streets of a city in southern Nepal. This celebrity rhino attracts visitors from all around the world. Conservationists rescued him from a flat 8 years ago, and he was taken back to a national park, but keeps coming back to the city. Locals, though, are unhappy with the animal eating crops and plants and posing a danger to people in the area. They're also worried that more rhinos are copying Mogoli and could pose a danger to their way of life. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.